Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Coach Mark with Action Coach Bluegrass, and today I want to talk to you about your identity. We've all been talking about pivoting our businesses, changing our business model. It's hard. That's a struggle and challenge. And one of the challenges is I've been talking with business owners over the last several weeks, doing my 10 weekly interviews to get the word out about what business owners are doing here locally, is the pivot of the business isn't coming along with the pivot of the owner. So it took me back to what we call the identity iceberg. So our identity is an iceberg. Only a small portion of it's visible above the waterline. The bulk of it is below the waterline. Above the waterline, we have our results, the results we're getting. And it's the actions we're taking and the decisions we're making. And because of the pivots we've had to make, the changes in our environments, we have to take different actions and different decisions. And sometimes they're not working as well, and we're not getting as good a results as we should. So let's look at what's below the waterline really quick, so we can identify for you, where is it you need to work on to do it. So the first thing above that's below the waterline is your skills. So what are you doing to learn new skills? Have you done enough to learn how to do video conferencing? Have you mastered Zoom or Skype or GoToMeeting or whatever tool you're using? Have you mastered it? Do you know how to use the whiteboard to share ideas like this? What other skills do you need? What about your team? Does your team need new skills to be able to operate in this new environment, in this new model that you might have in your business, or the skills to deal with the fact that your customers or clients are in a different place? So if you think you've done all the training and it's not skills and you're still not getting the results you want, you need to look down another layer, and that's your beliefs. So what is it you believe? Do you believe that it's hard to do business right now? If you believe that, I guarantee you it'll be true for you. Do you believe that people don't want to do Zoom meetings? If you believe that, then your people that you talk to won't want to do Zoom meetings. It'll become self-fulfilling. It'll also become self-limiting. So you won't do activities. What beliefs do you need to change? What beliefs have changed that you need to work into your model? And most more, think about what are your new self-limiting beliefs, because they're probably different than what they were 6 months ago before we had this. Now you've got a whole new set of self-limiting beliefs that you need to charge through and eliminate, and new beliefs that you need to create about yourself, about your business, about your team, and about your customers. Values. Have your values changed at all in the current environment? We've got both the racial injustice matters going on in addition to the pandemic. And do you need to relook at your values and make sure that everything you do is in accordance with your values? Values don't change very often, but maybe this is a time for a little soul searching maybe. And do you need to shift some of your values, or are some values more important and need to come to the forefront that haven't before? Do your team share the same values? Do your clients and customers and suppliers and vendors, do they share the same values? If not, you need to think about that. That's part of the shift that we're all making. And then we get down to our identity. Who do we see when we look in the mirror? What do we tell ourselves about ourselves? That's our identity. Do we see somebody who is skilled at this? Do we see a successful entrepreneur? This shift in identity is just like, think back when you started your business. The shift you had to make from being an employee of somebody else to identifying as a business owner. That was a big shift for most of us in our skills and our beliefs, our values, our identity, how we saw ourselves. This shift in the pandemic is just as big. And you can't just pivot your business. You need to pivot you. You need to make sure that how you identify yourself, how you see yourself, what you believe changes just as much as any changes you're putting in your business. And you have to shift because your business may have changed. You have to shift because you have to be a different kind of leader for your team. And you have to be a different type of provider, service provider, product provider for your clients, your customers, your patients. So as you're ramping your business back up, reopening, think about the shift in identity. Who do you need to be now? That's probably different than who you needed to be 6 months ago. And make sure you do that identity shift. If you need help with that, give us a shout. Go to our website, actioncoachbluegrass.com. We're doing free 30-minute sessions for any business owner who wants to think through their shift and their pivot in their identity and talk about, okay, what they can do. We'll give you some ideas and tips. Let us know how we can help. But remember, your identity shift is just important as your business model shift at this time, because your identity shift will be what helps you take better actions, make better decisions, and get better results in your new model. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.